Shop smart, shop S-smart.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book Who Dis. Unfortunately, my technology has been, rather mutinous on me recently. My soundboard cut out the other day when I was having Joe Sontag on. It wouldn't boot up my microphone. My main rig decided it wasn't going to post today, so I'm working off of my laptop setup. But we're doing this shit because we've got a longtime friend of the channel and probably one of the most repeated guests on this show, Mr. Edwin Acevedo. What's going on, brother? How you?
I'm good, Luke. How are you, man?
Aside from my technology giving me all kinds of needless shit, I am doing good, man. You know, life is good.
You gotta enjoy it while you can.
That's right. You know, and it's just testing my my technical abilities. You know, because I do tech support as a side hustle. You know, it's one of my gigs that I do, and so it's just testing me. It's making sure my skills are still up to par. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, I'm a total boomer when it comes to any technology. You know, usually, once the bugs have been worked out, that's when I jump on something. I'm just like, it's good to go. All right, now I'll try it out.
Right.
You know, so
no, I totally understand, man.
Like, I'm just gonna hold on to like I gotta get rid of this this Chromebook I got. It's starting to like act up on me, and I'm just like, I don't want to let it go because I'm used to it. You know, I gotta get a new one. I gotta deal with the whole like. Yeah, it's always something, man. The technology. Yeah.
Chromebook. Oof.
Yeah.
Damn, son. The Chromebooks are actually they're getting rid of those. They're discontinuing Chrome OS, and they're going to really kind of push Android being a full blown operating system. I mean, Android's a fork of Linux. So is Chrome OS technically. So yeah, they're gonna get rid of Chrome OS and they're going to move to like 100% Android. Which may or may not be a good thing. We'll see.
It probably is. I like the. I just got used to the Chromebook. You know, so I've been streaming on Chromebooks. You know, since I started doing like
no shit
crowdfunding.
So this whole time you've been working
for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, so I mean, that's how I do it. So I get it's the comfort thing with me. Like I like it set up. I don't have to mess with it. And just boot it up and go. Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what they're aiming for. They're trying to do the whole Apple thing. It just works right up until it doesn't.
Right until it croaks. Yeah.
Yeah, right until it doesn't. Exactly. But they're just making it just work. You know, and that's what they're aiming for with Android. Now, do you have an Android phone?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you'll probably be right at home with it, and hell, there will probably be integration with your phone. You know, they'll probably sell like little docks so you can just put your phone in there, and it's like all just one machine. You know, technically, my phone, I have an old Samsung Note 8, and it has this DeX thing where if you plug it into via USB-C to a monitor. And then plug power into it, it'll literally turn into a desktop environment, so you can use your phone as a computer, and like literally use your phone as like a touchpad. So it's pretty wild. And this, I mean, like I said, this is Note 8, so it's long overdue for an update. But they got rid of the damn headphone jack, Edwin. Like, I listen to music when I'm like mowing lawns, and I need my wired headphones because
I can't do the wireless, man. It doesn't seem to ever like keep a steady connection for me. Anytime I try it, it's just not the same.
No, it's not. I mean, and the earbuds, like I've got a set of Denon earbuds that I love. They sound great, you know, when they stay in my ear. You know, I bend over to pick something up, and I can slowly feel them start to fall out of my ear. You know, like, and I'll be cooking or something like that in the kitchen, and I have my hands in like hamburger, or I'll be washing dishes, and my hands are like soapy, and I'll feel one of the earbuds start to slowly fall out of my ear, and I kind of gotta, push it back in,
maneuver it.
Yeah. You know, so I'm always worried that they're like going to fall into what I'm cooking, fall into the sink while I'm washing dishes, or, you know, if I were to wear them outside, fall under the, fall under my foot or the lawnmower and just, oh, well, there goes that really expensive earbud, you
Mhm.
know? So, I like my wired headphones because they just work, you know, right up until they don't.
Yeah, usually. But it's a lot easier. Like if you're just like doing a replacement, you can be like, all right, I'm just gonna get like a
Oh
new
yeah.
new
Yeah.
set. So instead of
Just,
going through a whole thing and finding the right other kind of like, the earbuds that fit correctly, it's like it's a whole
mm,
comfort thing. Like they almost never fit right. It's either too big or too small.
yeah. Yeah, I found Skull Candy to be
Skull
like
candy.
kind of a good brand that's not super expensive, but they have really good quality. They sound good, and they usually fit my ears really well. I like the earbuds that go into the ear.
Yep.
If I
Yeah.
can't find ones that actually like hook over my ear, those are the best ones because they secure in, and then they have the extra security going over my ear,
Yeah.
and that way I know they're not going to fall out. But yeah, I can't do the big over the ear
No.
headphones.
No.
My ears just start sweating. It's just too much, and it's pressing on my ears all the time. Nah, I can't do it. Can't do it. But technology is great when it works. It's frustrating as fuck when it doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we've got a chat. We should go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here and listening to us prattle on about technology and our woes. Well, me and my technological woes. We got Miss Good Stuff in the chat saying hello with a bunch of alcohol. She's got a smorgasbord of alcoholic drinks there. Good to see you. Omen Screaming Raven. Hail, everyone. Snacks and drinks at the ready, and seat is in the upright position. Let this beast out of its cage. That's right. That's what we doing. And then there's my beautiful, lovely lady. Skull, gorgeous. Thank you for being here. Thank you for retweeting the stream as well. Says, hey, Edwin. Saying hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Already dropping the link to the anthology that we're going to be talking about
Thank you. Thank you.
tonight. Absolutely. Hey, there's a good stuff in the chat.
Good
Hi, brother.
stuff.
I bet you are. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. So, what's been going on, man? It's been a little while since we got a chance to chat. What you been up to?
Oh, you know me, man. I'm always working on one project, two project, three projects.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
life of the indie creator never stops, man. Just
that is
that
accurate.
on top of like the 9 to 5, which is a whole other kind of
Yeah.
pain. Yeah, so it's just been constant, man. I finally had some days off the last couple of weeks. Like I went to Cerberus
Oh,
last
nice.
Saturday, which is great.
That was
Uh,
up in Connecticut, right?
yeah, it's over at the Mohegan Sun
Nice. Okay.
casino. So yeah, it's a great con. I always suggest it to everybody if you're looking for like a new con to go to. You can always their tables are reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just put out the announcement for next year. So I think it was August 7th, 8th, and 9th of next year. And the
Oh,
tables
okay.
go on sale on December. So we're already planning for the next big one. So I've been doing it for
That's
10
awesome.
years. I've gone to everyone except I missed two. I missed one was the COVID year, and then the other
Mm-hmm.
was the year after. But me and my buddy go through every other one.
Heck yeah.
So yeah,
Now,
it's
do you
a
set
blast.
up at the convention, or you just going just to walk around and enjoy?
I'm just going as a fan. I got to meet Marcel Vestry, get an X-Men comic
Yes.
signed. I got to get
Yes.
a Cyberforce comic signed, chat him up a
Fuck
bit.
yeah,
So
man. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So it's a lot of fun, man. It's a great con. Anybody's gets up here in the New England area or wants to like expand, they take all sorts of guests for vendors and all that. So go check it
Heck
out.
yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about Terrific Con. So yeah, might have to make my way up there and drag Feline along with me.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to make our way up there and set up a table, see what we can do because we have a blast at Heroes Con. I mean, Heroes is such a fantastic show. So many. I mean, it is really focused on comic books and the creators and writers, and it's beautiful, man. See, she says, "Okay, I see you." Hey,
There you
what's up,
are.
Crenshaw FAO? Welcome. He says, sup, go listen while working out. Get it,
Yep.
man. Get
Get
them
it.
gains. Do it. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening. So yeah, she's game to go to Terrificon. So we might have to look into that.
Right.
Gotta get ready for Heroes Con. Start sending out emails and making sure that I got a table set up for that. I've got one more show this year, and that's going to be in November. I've got PlaqueCon, which is just a little small indie show. It's going to be their third year, but I went there last year and I did really well. People really seem to be very happy to have a convention in their neck of the woods. So I'm looking forward to going back to that one. It's set up and run by a friend of mine, a former customer at the comic shop that I worked at. So it's pretty cool. He actually reached out to me and invited me to the show. So I'm looking forward to that one. But you going to be? You think you'll be setting up at any shows anytime soon?
Yeah, I was trying to get a table this year. We have this local Springfield Con
Yeah.
that they've been doing the last probably 2-3 years, but I don't know what happened this year. They didn't do it this year, so I'll see. Kind of, they're talking about setting up for next year. So I'm like, they do that. It's a local. It's like 20-25 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
So it's not like manageable. It's like a smaller con that they're just starting to like set up. So I'm kind of just want to get like my feet wet first. Do tackle something smaller, and then we'll see about maybe getting something at Terrificon later.
Absolutely.
And
Smaller
it helps
shows.
now that I've got like I've got like 6 different books now and stuff with the
Mm-hmm.
anthology. I think it'll be really good to have the anthology on hand.
Oh
To
yeah.
offer that. So yeah, so I think now it's like I've built up enough catalog and stuff. It's kind of
Oh
like
yeah, dude.
I
You'll
to
have
start
plenty of
getting out
stuff to
there.
put on the table.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah, the smaller shows are often they're a great way to get used to doing conventions because it is definitely something that takes a little bit of getting used to. You gotta be a carnival barker while people are walking by. You can't pester people, but you definitely gotta get their attention and pull them in, and get them to be enticed. And figuring out how to set up your table so it's visually intriguing and all that. I mean, talk to Phil and Brandon about it. They'll give you some pointers.
yeah,
They had
for
a
sure.
pretty
I'll do
damn good
that.
setup at Heroes Con, so they seem to do pretty good. But yeah, it's a skill all on its own, man. I love seeing people set up at shows. I love conventions. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved comic book conventions. Ever since my first little hotel show, I bought X-Men number 10, first appearance of Kazar and Zabu, from a
Hey,
vendor for like $50.
awesome.
And yeah, just ever since then, I've loved conventions, and they've progressively gotten bigger. But some of the smaller shows, especially if if there's some really cool artists there, you can get some deals. The vendors they want to make money, they want to sell stuff, and they they definitely would rather sell it than cart it back to their shop.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I got a good deal on a slabbed Battle Chasers.
oh nice, what
When I
number?
was over is 9.8.
Nice, dude. Is it Battle Chasers number 1?
It was the preview edition.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's like
Okay.
it's basically like the image prelude they call it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh man, I mean I still do. I have Battle Chasers yeah, right back here. Got the trade the omnibus collection there.
yeah,
And I remember when Cliffhanger came out, when it was fresh, it was coming out from Wildstorm, and I was so excited, because I love Joe Madureira, loved J. Scott Campbell, and I loved Humberto Ramos. And just to see these three dudes putting out like their own fucking books, it was so cool. And I mean, Humberto, he's a workhorse, man. He was the only one to consistently put his book out. So I have a bunch of Crimson books, and I have all of Battle Chasers and Danger Girl, but I mean, there's like what, there's uh, 9 issues that Joe Mad did of Battle Chasers, and I think J. Scott Campbell only did 7 of the original Battle or Danger Girl run. Um, but I mean, I used to pore over Battle Chasers and Danger Girl, just staring at the pages, you know, because it was just, you know, there was energy to it, you know, there was excitement to it. They were doing their thing. So I mean,
Yeah, it's a really beautiful looking book once you kind of like, especially like I've been tracking down a lot of like Image comics that I haven't that I never had like around me.
mm-hmm.
Because I mostly had like some of the big ones. I had like Spawn, Youngblood,
Sure,
Cyber Force, but a
yeah,
lot of like the other side books I didn't have. So like, checking down like Gen 13 and stuff. Like
oh
I only ever
dude,
saw like the promotions for it. So actually tracking down the issues. I'm like, man, if I would have gotten these, I would have picked this up every issue. Like I would have
mm-hmm.
just snagged this every issue.
Yeah, Gen 13 was another really good book. I always enjoyed that one. I think I have most of the I have the mini series, and then I have most of the second volume, I think, of Gen 13. It was really good book, you know, a lot of fun. They actually did some novels. I have the actual like novels of the characters as well. I have a lot of comic book novels like Spider-Man, you know, Wolverine, the X-Men, and they did some of Gen 13 as well. Really enjoyed those. What's up, Matt LaRock? Good
Yo,
to see
Matt.
you, sir. Welcome. Yeah, see, Matt LaRock says Gen 13 rocked. Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
did. Good stuff. You know. Um, yeah, there was a lot of fun books that came out of Image back in the day. You know, once they started like getting rolling. I mean, obviously the initial run of books was fun, and you know, created the Image boom and whatnot. But you know, some of the really cool stuff I started up afterwards, like came along afterwards. I really loved the Wildstorm universe. Authority was another one that I really fucking liked. You know, Stormwatch, which
Yeah,
then you know,
Stormwatch was super underrated. Yeah.
oh, agreed. And then you know, Warren Ellis came on to Stormwatch, and that kind of he then spun off from that to make Authority because Midnighter, Apollo, the Engineer, they all kind of showed up in Stormwatch first. So I was very sad when Jim Lee sold Wildstorm to
Yeah.
DC, and now all of the Wildstorm characters show up randomly in the DC universe, and I don't really like it.
So like, there's no like history to it. It's just
No,
like,
and just randomly thrown in there, like the
yeah,
new Superman movie. Lex Luthor's henchman was the engineer, and I was like, "That's not the engineer. What the fuck?"
yeah,
Yeah, she's not a villain. She's a good guy. So yeah. Gripes aside, the old Wildstorm stuff was a lot of fun. Um, Wildstorm and Top Cow. You know, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to the Image mainline stuff. You know,
yeah.
and
Like the
Spawn.
side one, like once like stuff like Witchblade came out,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just like, this is like the most beautiful book ever. Like nothing happens in it, but I don't care. It's so beautiful to look at.
Mm-hmm. Oh
It's,
yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Love Witchblade. That was where Fathom first started.
Hmm.
Was Top Cow, and yeah, the Darkness. You know, some really
Hmm.
great characters that came out of those. And see, Matt LaRock says the Authority: How to do a gay relationship without making the comic all about a gay relationship. Exactly. It's almost as if they're real people, and Warren Ellis treated them like real people with real
Yeah.
feelings, emotions, and responsibilities. Yeah, and that's exactly it, Matt. The Authority was a fantastic book. You know, Warren Ellis is still to this day one of my favorite writers. You know, he does characters really well. He does high octane action really well. He understands human emotion really well, and he puts them all into what he writes. Transmetropolitan, you know, one of my favorite books of all time. You ever read that one, Edwin?
No, I don't think I have. No.
Oh, dude, came out from at first it was called Helix, but then they changed it to Vertigo, DC's Vertigo line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, came out around the same time, or I guess a little bit after Sandman, but around the same time as Preacher.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
that
kind of
kind of
missed that whole Vertigo wave. Like I wasn't really I,
Oh,
I wasn't
there's
going too deep into that. So there's
oh,
always a
dude.
lot of the Vertigo and like the Dark Horse books. I never really. It was hard to like even get access to them. So it's
Oh
like it's
shit.
not something really for me. Like I live like in a small town. Like I live in Massachusetts, but it's
Hmm.
not Boston.
Right.
It's not like I live near like So it was a little trickier for me. I was
Right.
lucky that they had the stuff that they had. Like I think back at like because I didn't discover comic shops until like years later, probably like the late '90s.
Ah,
That there was
okay,
like a
gotcha.
comic shop in
Yeah.
Springfield. So
Yeah.
like, yeah. So like to me, like just getting the stuff I did was kind of a miracle. I had so much access to the stuff I did when I was younger. So it was fun. But yeah, there's definitely lines and stuff that I missed out on. I just kind of never got around to.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of compilations and collected editions and all
Mm.
that. You can go back and read them, man. Highly recommend Preacher. Highly recommend Transmetropolitan.
Yeah, I've heard
Uh,
great things about Preacher.
yeah,
Definitely.
Preacher is a hell of a lot of fun. Let's see. Crenshaw says, I'm just waiting for it to update here. Remember really liking the Death miniseries from Vertigo. Yeah, there were a couple of them that were really good. Death, The High Cost of Living, and Death, The Time of Your Life. They were both really good. I believe both were drawn by Chris Bacalo, who then went on to do Steampunk at with Cliffhanger. So bringing it back around to talking about Cliffhanger. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you,
Yo,
man. Welcome, man. Good to see you. Matt LaRock says Transmetropolitan rocks. I got into Hunter S. Thompson after reading that book, and yes, that's what you were supposed to do. Warren Ellis based Spider Jerusalem on Hunter S. Thompson. He's basically Hunter S. Thompson in the future. So yeah, highly recommend that book. Hell of a lot of fun, and God, like what, fucking 90 some odd issues, maybe 100, but a full complete story. I've got all the trades and I've got all the single issues as well. Just really fucking great book. Drawn by Derek Robertson and inked by Rodney Ramos. Yeah. The poop gun. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do a do you even read on Transmetropolitan. That's a great book. But what we're here to talk about tonight is your book, man. You so how many campaigns have you done now? Like, what number is this that we're about to start talking about?
so this is number 7. This is
Number
my
seven.
seventh
Heck
campaign. Yes,
yeah, dude.
yeah, crazy. Just like
I
I
mean,
just put out my first ace.
right? So I mean, because you've been doing this now, we're in 2025. So you've been doing this for what, the last 3-4 years now? When did you start?
5. Like I started working on ace in 2019. I think I put it out in 2020. So it's been since like 2020.
Damn. So
Yeah,
putting in the work for half a decade, man. That's awesome.
yeah.
Uh, no, Ace was the first. Was Ace the first character that you came up with that you wanted to do as a comic book?
No, it was kind of the first of this new era. When I grew up, I wanted to be an artist originally. I dreamt of
Oh,
being in the Marvel bullpen. I used to
sure.
read all the Stan
Yes.
Soapbox and all that stuff. So yeah, I wanted to work on X-Men and Spider-Man like everybody else. But by the time high school
Yeah.
ended, that wasn't my lot in life. But I
Right.
did like used to create my own little comics and stuff, little kind of mini comics, and like have all my characters. I wish I had any other reference because I lost everything in like a fire in
Oh
2001. So I lost all
no.
my comics and all that. Everybody
Oh,
was fine, so it's just like, and I had stopped collecting comics, so it wasn't the
right.
biggest deal. But now looking back at it now, it hurts because I had some really good stuff, So it's like,
Oh, that
okay,
breaks my heart, man.
yeah. So like, yeah, I stopped at like around 2000
Mm-hmm.
like 2004. Those like 4 or 5 years, I didn't really collect. And came
Right.
back once with Green Lantern Rebirth, and then once
Oh, okay.
2016, 2017, discovering like this new indie scene that was popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting artists like Canales, Sweens,
Hey,
Sim,
bye.
yeah,
He's
Joe
a good
Ball,
dude.
these guys. Just
Yeah.
kind of like, and seeing all these guys making their own comics was really inspiring. Like
Heck
these guys
yeah.
were total DIY and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then like I've always been someone who likes to create. I'd write down different ideas, even if they never went anywhere. I was like jotting down notes and like, well, this is what I would do with this story.
Right.
So it was really fun. Just like, all right, now I kind of know that this is possible. Crowdfunding's open to everybody. There's no gatekeeping.
That's right.
And now I made friends with guys like Canales and stuff
Mm-hmm.
who I pitched them Ace after I had another artist fall through. He was having some personal family stuff, so
Yeah.
just reached out to him, gave him a pitch, and he's like, "I'm in." Super simple, man. And he helped kind of guide me. Like working with him was so like just like easy and just like
Heck yeah.
everything was so smooth and like it was such a great experience. And he made
Mm-hmm.
the book so much better than everything that I had come up with. And it's just like that hooked me, man. Once I put out the first one and people dug it, I was like, I gotta keep making these. So I've been
Heck
trying to
yeah,
do.
man. Got the comic making bug after that, and
Yeah,
you really did get a great artist to start with. Ibai is awesome. He's got
yeah,
great storytelling. He knows what to do to make a book visually pop and to move a story along. Plus, I mean, he's just a freaking great artist.
yeah, he
Really
is.
good dude. I like Ibai.
Yeah,
That's a dude I haven't talked to in a long time. The next time you talk to him, tell him I say hi. I
yeah,
miss
for
talking
sure.
with that dude.
Yeah, it's tough for Canales because like the time difference, kind of
Yeah.
gets crazy. So it's like trying to get him on streams and stuff is like, unless he wants to really just pull an all nighter,
Right.
it's a little rough, but yeah.
Yeah. I've gotten him to come on a couple of different streams when we were talking about Chimera's SOS. He
Yep.
jumped on and said hi and hung out with us for a little bit. But yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten a chance to talk to him. But that's fucking awesome, man. So 2019, you started developing the Ace. Now, all of these characters that are going to show up in your anthology and that you've done various campaigns about, were these kind of like stories and ideas that were percolating in the back of your head already, or did they kind of come to you after you started working on the Ace?
The only one that's like an older story is
What's up,
Savior.
Paulus?
Uh, Savior is something that I've had in my mind since I graduated high school.
Oh
I didn't
wow.
know
Okay.
what it was gonna turn into, but it's kind of like my take on books like Watchmen, Dark
Mm-hmm.
Knight. Kind of, once comics turn darker,
Right.
I kind of had my own take on that. So that's what Xavier is about. But everything else just kind of popped up the last couple of years. Stuff that just kind of like, I was creating. I was looking for something else to do after Ace.
Mm-hmm.
The first two Aces, and I was like, I just want to tackle something that's like just like almost like a one shot. And that's when I pitched the Raid of the White Leopard to Alterna, and then they put it in their anthology,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of led to the full Raid of the White Leopard book one that I put out later. So that was like completely new idea. I just wanted to do something else that wasn't like dealing with sci-fi or space or anything like that. Just wanted to
Sure.
get something more. And then Bloodbone just came of me and the Hardline guys just pitching ideas one night, just kind of coming up with like fun names of characters and stuff, and we just started like BSing. And all of a sudden, the idea for Bloodbone came up. Phil threw out the name. I was like, you know what? That sounds like such a dope idea. And then I started like racking my head about it. I was like, you know
Uh-huh.
what? I know who Bloodbone is now. And I just started writing. I spent the whole night just like writing like a whole thing for like Bloodbone. That's what the first ask came. It was just like some
Yeah.
spur of the moment that was like it just kind of sparked something in me to like do it. And
Right
then
on.
Blue Blaze, it's just like I said, me and Joe, we're big
Mm-hmm.
Michael Turner fans. We both
Yeah.
wanted to do something very different. It wasn't like superhero related or anything. It's just it's about kind of bringing beauty, romance, a lot of different things to comics, and
Yeah.
something that's like completely different. So that idea just kind of sparked over the last year, and we came up with like the first couple of pages here.
Heck yeah. And that's one of the cool things about this medium. I mean, storytelling in general, yes, but I don't know, comics is such a unique storytelling medium, especially when you have like a writer and an artist talking about like different story ideas, and somebody comes up with a story idea, and then somebody comes up with a visual way to tell that story and to show it off, and it just, I don't know, I love the way comics come together, the collaboration between people when it's just the excitement is high and the energy is just going back and forth, and you come up with something really fucking cool. That comes across in the stories that are being told. That comes across in the pages that that are being put out, and the audience really responds to that. So that'll be fun. Now, Blue Blaze, have you guys have you done anything with that yet? Has anything with that come out yet?
Yeah, it's in the anthology.
Okay, so it's in this anthology.
Yeah,
Excellent.
the first 5 pages are in here. It's kind of like an introduction to this
Sweet.
kind of book and character, and kind of just giving everybody like a little teaser for
Nice.
what's to come. Yeah.
Now, is that this new hero Zaviour that we're seeing here?
Yeah, the guy with the glasses and the cape there. Yeah, that's it.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at your trailer here. Rad. Who did your trailer for you?
That was good stuff.
I thought so. Nicely done. Good stuff. That's a good one. That's good stuff, you could say. Eh? Oh, hang on. I actually do have something for this. Let me see if I can find my let's see, brand. No, music, banner. What? Oh, no way. Okay, interesting. I'm still learning this EV mux, like I was telling you about backstage.
Yeah.
And apparently, I cannot access any of my videos and stuff while in a pro scene. That's good to know. That's also very sad because I like my I like my little rim shot thing. But okay,
Yeah.
never mind then. We'll just continue going over the campaign. You learn something new every day, right, Ace?
There you go.
All right, so this is an anthology book. How many stories we looking at? It's a great cover,
You're looking
by the
at
way.
6 stories. It's 32 pages.
Nice.
Black and white art.
Yeah.
This awesome cover there by Allen Alonzo, How Comics.
Howl's awesome. He's
Yeah.
good. I love his stuff, man. So much
They
movement.
just did a
and
great
energy.
job
Yeah.
capturing kind of the scene, all the different characters and stuff that I wanted in there.
Yeah.
And, also offering up the cover in not just the color, also in the line art version. It really kind of
Sweet.
makes it pop. Like, you get to see all the extra detail and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Especially
man.
with like the bottom part with Bloodbone smashing that guy's
Yeah.
tooth in and stuff. Yeah, you get a little extra detail on that.
Brutal. Yeah, that is definitely brutal. So black and white all the way through. Who did Howell do the colors for the color version as well?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, he's a one-stop shop, that's for sure. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's great.
That's cool. So could get a completely black and white line art version with the line art cover as well. That's dope, man.
Yeah, and both of those are gonna be Virgin covers, so they won't have any trade dress or anything.
No trade dress. That's cool. All right, and then we got some page examples here. Nice.
This is from the Ace short story. I call it the Ace Origins. Basically, deals with David as he's growing up with his dad, who's a boxer. and kind of delve
Okay.
into like their relationship there a little bit. It basically works as a prelude to Ace Volume One. So that's kind of where you can slot this story in. And it's really
Nice.
fun. Barbusco comics with the art. It's got a very kind of nice, kind of fun style that he brought to this.
Oh, is that Bruce? Did is this he worked on something for Woodrow, right? For his Accordionu?
Possibly, I just know him as
That name
Barbusco.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, yeah, he's done stuff for Infinitales and
Yeah.
lots of different kind of projects. So yeah,
Heck yeah, man. What's up, Shelby? Good to see you, man. He says I will close my eyes and
Shelby.
imagine the clip. Thank you, Shelby. I appreciate you.
Yeah, me and
Appreciate you.
Shelby are commiserating over not receiving the Andy Kubert X-Men Kickstarter yet. Just
Oh,
still
I
waiting.
yeah, I didn't get a chance to back that one, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm commiserating over other things as well that I'm not getting. Um, mainly things that I worked on. Anyway, K-pop, what's up? She says, "I'm sure it's
Hey,
majestic,
Bob.
Schlebby." Yes, my drum roll or my rim shot clip is absolutely majestic. I'll play it once we go back to the normal scene. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining us. So this is a prelude story to Ace Volume One,
Mm,
and will so this I'm guessing this is him down here beating the crap out of his bully.
yeah,
Nice, heck yeah! All right, and then this is the new character. This is the new hero. So where did this is the one that had been in your head since high school, right? You said
yeah,
earlier.
yeah. Zaviour, like I said, it's part of like a more sweeping story. We just kind of give you the first kind of hook.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is that Zaviour is the world's greatest superhero, and he's basically a Superman analog. He's part of his own kind of Justice League crew and stuff. And he ends up
Gotcha.
suffering a massive tragedy. He ends up losing the love of his life, his fiance. As he ends up leaving Earth for several years. And when he returns, just by happenstance, he ends up saving this young woman from a gang of thugs. And he discovers that she's an exact doppelganger for his ex fiance.
Oh
So he just
shit.
kind of starts reaching out to his former, uh, you know, compadres and start kind of looking for answers, figure out what's the story with this girl. And that
Right.
leads to like a bigger story that kind of plays out.
Wow. That would do somebody's head in.
Yeah.
And art by Rafael Chrestani.
Yeah, Chrestani.
Chrestani. That's beautiful work, man.
Yeah, there's a great job on this. Really, bringing like I said, it's kind of seeing this. It's kind of surreal after having it in my head for so long.
Right.
You're just kind of like kind of like seeing it visually. It's kind of a trip compared to everything else. Like something like Ace. I worked on it for a long time, but I'd actually had the design for Ace before I'd written anything, so I kind of knew what he looked like.
Right.
But with Xavier's just a loose kind of set of ideas, and then finally see him kind of get put together. It was really nice.
Wow. I'm digging the black and white, man. I'm digging the black and white line work. This is
Yeah,
cool.
actually got like I had like a preview ashcan made. It doesn't
Hmm.
have all the stories, but I just wanted to see how it looked together. I was
Right.
reading it, flipping through. It's like everything kind of matches. There's nothing kind of that stands out. So it's all gonna look together once I put everything, all the stories. I think it'll look really nice and pop.
Heck yeah. Got some visual coherence all the way through. That's cool.
Yeah,
That yeah, that's some great line work, man. And then Bloodbone. Now, is this a new Bloodbone story, or is this the art that was in the ash can?
this one was actually in the second ashcan. So I did
Okay.
the Fun My Comic version, the one with the Shelby cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one had the bonus Maxi Dallo story, which I'm bringing back here.
Heck
Uh,
yeah.
about Bloodbone tracking down a serial killer who's harming young women at night,
Mm-hmm.
and basically takes place after the Bloodbone Ashcan. So Bloodbone kind of becomes the city's unofficial kind of protector slash vigilante,
Gotcha.
and you kind of see him dealing with people for the first time, and it doesn't go great.
Right.
Yeah,
Love Maxi's work. He does.
Yeah,
He does such good stuff.
fantastic stuff. Like he
And
really,
I got my
he really vibed with this story and brought all the pages to life. Man, I was super happy with this.
heck yeah, man. Yeah, he does. He does really good work, and I love this part right here.
Yeah,
That's a great image. I love the page layouts too.
yeah,
A lot
the
of
one
energy to Maxi's work as well. And you got a
yeah,
killer's row going on with this anthology, brother.
yeah, man. It's trying to get like the best people for to match kind of what they bring to each book. You know, I
Yeah,
always I'm always like looking for different artists and different times of like this guy would be perfect for this. This guy would be perfect. I always try to do my best to match. You know what I see as the artist's strength to like the project I want to work on.
heck yeah. And then Raid of the White Leopard. Now this was the one that we had you on for when you were promoting it. Now is this the same story or a piece of that story, or is this
Yeah, it's
a?
a piece. The first 7 pages.
Mhm.
This was what was originally in the Alterna pitch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, yes, first 7 pages. It tells the story of a band of Viking raiders who get caught up in a massive storm and wash up in a mysterious island. So, it kind of gives
Yeah,
you the first hook of the story, and then I want to do like a second chance for it. I think
yeah,
I think it's the best work I've done as far as like one project. And I think it's something that I've shown to people who don't even read comics, and they dug it.
yeah.
So I just kind of want to get more eyeballs on it. So I want to do a second chance, with some additional pages and stuff, and kind
Hmm.
of hopefully, set up for like a book two. Because I got some cool ideas for stuff I love to do, like a book two, kind of expand on everything I set up in the first book.
Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome. So this anthology is really like kind of a sampler to
Yeah,
give people like an idea of like just the taste of everything that you got going on in the Drawing Aces universe.
yeah, basically everything I've done the past 5 years, and then
Heck
everything I'm
yeah,
gonna do in the
dude.
next two or three. So kind of brings everything together. Like I said,
Yeah,
you don't have to be like a fan of any specific thing to kind of try this out and get something from it.
yeah, something for everybody. You
Hmm.
know, returning characters and new characters as well. So Blue Blaze. Now this is brand new. This is not something that has been put out before. This is the first time this has been put into print. Correct?
Yeah, yep. Blue Blaze, completely new story by me and Joe Ball. I guess it's a love letter to Michael Turner, and then the way he told stories, and
Yeah.
just kind of want to deal with beauty, want to deal with some romance and different elements. It's the
Heck
story
yeah.
of a young woman who wakes up in a church in a small New England town with no memory. And thanks to this young man here you see on the first page, she ends up trying to discover, who she is, and what's her backstory. And you
Man,
can
this
see Joe
is
just really just putting that extra detail into
yeah.
buildings, into like the rubble, into like there's like a train shot in page three that's like insane. You can see all the detail on the wheels of the train. It's
Mm-hmm.
like Joe's just like hitting a whole different kind of from what he normally does and saying like death, death, death. It's kind of big.
Right.
You got these angels and these kind of weird creatures and stuff. This is
Right. He
completely different. Yeah.
from what I've seen of Death, 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 it's kind of a lot of Mobius inspired.
Hmm.
It seems,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is kind of more down to earth, very top cow. I dig it. I mean, I like Joe's work anyway. I love all the detail he's able to put into things and the use of black and white. But yeah, these page layouts are fucking great, man.
Yeah. We actually have these original hard pages available. If anybody's
Sweet.
interested, we got a good deal on these. Like, it's gonna be an introduction to Blue Blaze and the story we'll be doing in a little bit. So
Heck
this is a
yeah.
great way to get in on the ground floor from it. And we do have a bonus six story that we're specifically not telling Jason about. So so people will get
As
that.
in Jason Bascom, you're not telling Jason
Yes,
about?
specifically Jason, making sure nobody tells them anything.
Yeah,
But yeah,
got to keep it
people,
secret. Yeah.
yeah, to keep people will get that and enjoy that. It's a little bonus me and Joe are throwing into everybody, so hopefully they'll enjoy that.
Awesome. And so the Bloodbone ash can is
Yeah,
available as like an add-on.
yeah, we're offering in the main campaign. You can grab it up, but you can also grab it as an add-on. This is the first version. So it has the Donald DeLay story, and it's got the line art of the Ricardo Jaime
Yeah,
cover there.
it's a
Yeah,
great cover.
yeah, it's
I'm digging the
fantastic.
line art versions, man. You know,
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for black and white, line art anyway. But seeing like the commitment to, yeah, we're doing, this black and white anthology. We're doing line art covers. I think that's a cool thing, man. It's a nice running theme throughout the whole campaign. I dig it.
and then you see like the awesome Donald. I think this
Yeah,
is
that's
his
my
best work.
dude.
I think this is hits Donald's wheelhouse perfectly. This is kind of stuff you should be doing 24/7.
Oh, I
As far as I'm
agree.
concerned, like this is like where he shines. So
Hmm.
mm,
Big, broad-shouldered, top-heavy dudes with itty
yeah,
bitty little legs.
yeah, tons of action, some humor, just like
Hmm.
really dynamic. You know,
Yeah, this part right here, that giant dude just like clapping, like this
yeah,
is yeah,
like
this is Donald's wheelhouse for sure, man. He's got great page layouts too, man. I really love Donald's work. There's not enough of it out there, in my opinion.
mm,
Yeah, I really enjoyed Jaeger Bomb, and I'm looking forward to more of that. But I wouldn't mind seeing him do more Bloodbone for you.
yeah, me too, man. I really had a lot of fun putting this together. So giving people another chance at it. That way, if they get this and the anthology, they'll be all caught up for Bloodbone #1, which is
Right.
slated for summer next year. So you'll be
Oh
all caught
shit!
up and
All
ready to
right.
go.
Full blown full blown God, I can't speak. Okay.
Easy
Full
for you to say,
blown
brother.
blood bone issue.
Uh,
Yeah,
yes,
there we go. I knew I'd get through it
there
eventually.
we go.
We got more Blue Blaze pages here too. I'm really appreciating all the preview artwork, man.
Yeah,
Joe's
we
just doing some great stuff.
yeah, like I said, we made the first 4 original art pages available to everybody,
Hmm.
so you can go check those out.
Yes, K-pop butt bone. Just be aware of the butt bone. If you sit down too hard, you might break your butt bone. You can always rely on the chat. Always
Yes,
rely on the chat. And then the epic Dan Plagle. Is this a cover or a poster? It's a
as a
print.
print. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So we were offering this as the first week for backers, but thanks to Jason twisting my arm, I decided to extend it for the first 30 days. So so now everybody who backs it within the first 30 days gets this awesome Dan Plago
Heck
pinup of
yeah.
Alga from Mrdr the White Leopard, colors by Marcos Martins.
Man, that turned out great.
Actually, on the original art for this, it's one of my favorite things. It's beautiful. Like Dan did a great job. I'm a big fan of his art. Can't wait till his book comes out.
Oh yeah, definitely
So
looking forward to Goblin Girl. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And yeah, that turned out fantastic. Plague's just awesome. I love his stuff. I'm so glad that he's getting healthy again. And let's take a look at the rewards. So, got cover one being my yeah, okay.
yeah, so you get both covers in like the featured tier.
Oh,
So
okay.
you get both covers for 25. This is our US only,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, do have a PDF for anybody international that wants to
Right.
back. But yeah, we just want to try and make this like an affordable campaign. So we were
Yeah.
able to get shipping down to like $5, which is I
Nice.
think good deal. Book's only 13, so you're paying for like 18 ship to get this 32-page book. And also, I always do like bonus stuff once the book gets officially funded. I always
Mm-hmm.
throw in some bonus items and stuff, so you'll get a nice little package
Heck
at your
yeah,
doorstep.
man. And so you got the featured tier here, and then obviously the PDFs that you can get,
Hmm. Yeah, you
and
got the
then Bloodbone
Bloodbone
Ash
Ash
Can.
Can.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
You
And
got the
then
the
group
the regular
anthology.
colored version.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So if you just want like just the colored version, you can
Yep,
get
you
get
can
that.
just get that.
Okay, and
And
then if
then
you
you
just
also
want the
got the
black and
liner.
white, okay, heck yeah, it's a straightforward campaign. Love it.
And then we do all three. You'll save a couple of bucks there if you get the bundle.
Yeah, man. There you go. That's the way to do it right there. Get all of it. Get the whole kit and caboodle right there. And then original art page.
Yeah,
Shit,
so,
only $200 for that?
yeah, I think
That's a
it's
hell
a
of a
steal.
deal.
These
Yeah,
are 11 by 17, thick
yeah.
Bristol.
All the
Anybody who's
detail
seen Joe's
Joe's throwing in
detail,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a hell of a deal. Wow. Heck yeah, man. I'm really excited to see Blue Blaze, man. I know that Joe does good work, and I know that he's been busting his ass on Death, Death, Death. So to see something that's a little bit different from what he's been working on the last few years, be really cool to see. Heck yeah, man. I mean, I love how straightforward the campaign is. No fuss, no muss. Uh, so you're gonna do? Are you doing any kind of stickers or bookmarks or anything like that for the campaign?
we do have some, like I said, some stretch goals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll debut something once it gets officially, funded. We'll have
Right,
something cool that we'll offer. So yeah, we always have like bonus art and different things that we can do. So just right now, we're just trying to get this baby over the line. Right now,
right.
we're like at 49%. So like we're right there at 50. One more backer gets us over 50. So just trying to get the word. I still got 40 some days left. So
Right.
just trying to keep pushing. I'll be making the rounds to over the next couple of weeks to a bunch of different streams. So yeah,
Absolutely. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to get the word out. You got to go talk to people, press the flesh, as they say.
yes,
The digital flesh, I guess it is. But going on tour, talking to people. This is awesome, man. 32 pages of black and white comics for you guys to check out. You guys heard him. He's they're just about at 50%. So if you can, go ahead and get yourself a copy. As a matter of fact, get that featured tier so you get this cover and that cover. I mean, and if you're
I,
feeling froggy, then go ahead and get the bundle that gives you this and the Bloodbone ash can, because I mean, you want that sweet Donald delay interior
oh
artwork.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. And so I don't know, like if the ash cans will be available again. Uh,
right,
when I do Bloodborne #1, I might just do like for the book because we're gonna
hmm
actually have variant covers on
right.
Bloodborne #1. Something that I don't do. Anybody who knows me, I don't put out variant covers of my
That's
books. They're
right.
always like one cover. So Bloodborne will be a different style of campaign. So I can't promise
Oh,
that any of these stories will be offered. You know,
right.
so
See, that's all the more reason why you should jump on this now while you can. It's because there's no guarantee that it's going to be available later. And that is that's kind of the thing about crowdfunding books. You may or may not be able to get a hold of them at some point. You know, and one of the cool things about crowdfunding, from a collector standpoint, is because they are generally limited run. They have a tendency to be rare, and if you know anything about collecting, the limited run books, the lower the print run, the more likely it is to be valuable later. Especially if it goes on to do more and more. So jump in on this while you can, and plus you get to help support Edwin and get him to his goals, so he can keep making good comics for you, keep employing
yeah,
all
it's
these awesome artists.
also first time on Kickstarter, so
I was about to
very nice
say,
too.
how do you like Kickstarter versus Indiegogo? Like setting up the campaign, how it's rolling, all that.
Oh, the whole setup is a lot smoother. Indiegogo, I've had, some great success at it and been thankful,
Awesome.
but it's not the easiest way to like set up campaigns, set up tiers, all that. I think it's
Oh,
super
with
complicated.
Indiegogo, yeah,
Yeah. So like Kickstarter was a lot easier. I still find From My Comic to be the easiest of them all.
yeah,
But yeah, like I've had fun so far. Everything's been pretty smooth with the campaign. So it's just about kind of the outreach. That's what's kind of killed me compared to like my outreach on Indiegogo. Even
yeah.
for like my first campaign, it just felt like my book was out there more. And for people to see. So it's been, this is, we kind of know what funds on Kickstarter.
Right.
So it's lacking a little bit of that. it's you know,
Missing a little T and a
yeah,
little
yeah.
A.
The
Yeah,
algorithm,
yeah,
it kind of it helps you find certain projects a little
sure.
easier. So Yeah, but we're
Yeah.
still it's been doing good. So like I said, we're about halfway there, so I'm happy with that, and still got 40 some days, so we just keep pushing, just trying to get it out, get that word of mouth going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think I gotta start showing off the ash can more. I think once people see like it in physical,
Right.
like the version of what I'm talking about, they'll kind of get the idea. Like it's gonna be a dope looking little project, I think, especially when all the stories are put in the 6 stories. Plus, it's gonna have like Joe Ball Bloodbone pinup is gonna be there too, and some other kind of bonus pinups.
Yes.
It's gonna be a beautiful book. It's gonna have tons of dope art and people some cool stories. So hopefully, you people dig it.
Heck yeah. So when are you looking to fulfill this one once you get funding? Because we know you're gonna get funded.
Yeah, it's scheduled for February of next year. Right
Okay.
now, we have 3 pages left. It's really about like one and a half because 2 of the pages just need to be like redone, so
Mm-hmm.
they're not completely just. And then one full page, and then probably like 6 or 7 lettered. So
Nice.
everything's pretty good. I just I had one of my artists got a little injury, so
Oh
I
no.
told them to take it a little easy for the next couple of weeks while we're still in funding.
Right.
So he hurt his drawing hand, so we gotta
No, you can't hurt
yeah.
the money.
I was like, brother, you gotta slow it down here. But, well,
Don't be messing with the money now.
yeah,
Shit.
they're not with the money maker here.
Right? You're gonna have
No,
to
but
start learning how to draw with the other hand if you ain't
I'm
careful.
saying it's like,
Well,
yeah, but no, it's all like it's like I said, all the heavy lifting's done. Just I got a
yeah.
couple pages to rework and then some lettered. My letter SK super quick, so that won't be an issue.
Ah, SK's great. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, all the other work is done. Like five of for the like 4 of the 6 are done. Like I gotta say, one story has to be reworked a little bit, and then there's like
Yeah.
one final page that has to be done of art. So like I said, probably by the time we get to like the funding date,
Mm-hmm.
everything should be pretty much done, and then it's just about getting the proof together and then ordering proof copies and all that kind of fun stuff.
Right. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. So what is going to be next after this? Are you working on more Ace? Is it more Bloodbone? Is it Blue Blaze? What
Yeah, I'll
is?
be working on something for Ace, but the next official release will be Bloodbone #1 in the summer.
Heck yeah,
We're
dude.
soon to get that fully done and get that out to people. Like it's gonna be as good as everything people have seen.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to see what Joe has done
Right.
on Bloodbone, you're gonna be like your jaw's gonna drop. Like it's pure, just like 90s, just like think
Heck
of
yeah.
every kind of big jacked monster guy you've ever seen,
Yeah,
and then
man.
double it with Joe's style and his storytelling and there's just the hatching and all that kind of stuff. Man, it's gonna be insane, pure action packed, just
Mm-hmm.
madness, man. It's so much fun. And yeah, I think by summer we'll be ready to fully go and get people really dope
Fuck
Bloodbone
yeah.
project.
What I'm hearing is super fun and super fucking badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna dig this. It's gonna be insane.
Heck yeah, man! Looking forward to that. And you gotta come back on and promote that one when you're
Yeah,
ready.
for sure.
And
Yeah,
drag Joe
still.
along. I ain't talked to Joe in a fucking minute.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get him going too. Like I told him, like like that'll be like something we'll be going on shows together and talking
Yes,
about and stuff. But yeah,
excellent.
so,
Heck yeah, man! That's the way to do it, dude. This is exciting. I think this is a great idea to kind of collect a bunch of the stuff that you've been doing over the last several years. And I think this is a great idea to have to take to shows, give people like a sampler. 32 pages isn't a huge book that people have to slog through, and like a bunch of little quick hits and give people an idea what you got going on in the universe, and they see something they like in the anthology, that come back and be like, hey, I want to pick up that whole book there. I'm really interested in this particular story. I think this is a great idea, man. And I like the fact that you're doing it black and white. There is, to me, there's something very indie about black and white comics. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've read so many old school black and white comics from like the 80s and 90s. But I love black and white books, and it could also be because I'm a sucker for line art. I love looking at line art. You know, not that there's
Yeah, it's
anything wrong with
definitely
colors, mind you, but I
no.
love line art.
So some of these will be translated into color, but
Hmm.
like I think something like Bloodbone is just so like raw and so just like I think it just works perfectly in the black and white.
Yeah, I
Like I
agree.
think Ace, whenever I look Ace really works best in color.
Sure.
Even though like Alex does a great job, I could always put out like just a light art version because he
Sure.
does put tons of details and stuff. But I think Ace is kind of the style I'm going for. Is more kind of like inspired by something like Darkhawk and stuff. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like the early '90s Marvel. Even like the color palette, it's like it's when the first issue is done by a different colorist,
Hmm.
and then I was going for like a specific, a little more muted kind of like style. How it puts a lot more kind of texture into the colors and stuff, and it looks beautiful. Like I think H3 is a really beautiful book.
Heck yeah.
So he's definitely giving it a different change. But yeah, it's kind of like each story will have its own kind of tone and its own kind of art style. And like I said, just something different. I don't want to do stuff that's the same. I don't think that's interesting.
Right. Well, I mean, it's got to be fun for you as well. You know,
Mm,
you got
yeah,
to do something to change it up and make it interesting for you and the artist that you're working with. So I get that. I totally get that. Campaign looks great, man. Book looks great. I know you're going to get to your funding goal, and people need to go ahead and check out this book. Hit that link in the description or the one that's in the chat that Feline so graciously dropped for us. Um, well, dude, we've been going for about an hour now. Is there anything else you want to tell people about this campaign, about this anthology book before we wrap this one up?
sure. I think the main points would be, like I said, with Zaviour specifically, like this is something that's really been kind of like a passion project for me to get it out in
Mm-hmm.
people's hands. I want to send out surveys. I want to get people's deep thoughts on like each story, but specifically saying like Savior and Blue Blaze because they're so kind of like different,
Mm-hmm.
like tonally, that I'm really interested to get the feedback. And yeah, man, I just want to keep telling cool stories. I got like a lot of cool projects, and the best thing about getting something like this funded is I can do a volume 2. I
Mm-hmm.
can hire even more artists, and I can do even different stories, and I can really create
Right.
like a whole nother kind of crazy, uh, you know, project for the second one. So each one just, anything I make from these projects just goes into the next one.
Sure.
So like, and I've had like a history now. 6 campaigns all
Mm-hmm.
fully fulfilled. Everybody's gotten everything that they were promised in each
Fuck yeah,
campaign
man.
fully done. So you'll make sure that number 7 will also be fully fulfilled and sent out to everybody so they can enjoy it.
That's the way to do it, man. And that's what breeds repeat customers. That's what makes people confident that they can back you, and then come back for more. Because they know that they're going to get what they've been promised. And that's huge. We've all seen things that haven't quite lived up to their promises and people's expectations, and it's always good to see campaigns and creators that actually do. And you've been doing it consistently, so hats off to you, man. It's fucking great to see.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, chat, you guys are amazing. And Edwin, it's always a pleasure talking with you, man. Thank you for coming to hang out and showing off this book, man. And
Yeah, thank you, bro.
you're always welcome, man. Always. But thank you guys for being here. And remember,
Shop smart, shop S smart.